Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the Africa Independent Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa, only on this. And he's been doing a very great job for the country, Nigeria. So I'll be unveiling him after the reports. But let me quickly, because of time, go to the reports that we have for you, starting from the Nigerian Army headquarters, reports put together by Shirley Daniels.
I urge you to do your best to give life to my command philosophy of transforming the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped, and highly motivated force towards achieving our constitutional responsibility in a joint environment.
To realize his well-crafted and articulated command philosophy in a holistic manner, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has continued to strengthen the Nigerian Army's policy of civil-military intervention and cooperation projects across the socio-political zones of Nigeria. To give strength to this policy, General Lagbaja issued an irrevocable directives to all the field commanders to ensure they initiate and implement community impactful projects in their area of responsibilities, AOR. Recent visit by Security Watch Africa to Nigerian Army's division, the General Officers commanding 81 Division, 6 Division, and 82 Division spoke on the various projects executed in the AOR.
We've carried out over 105 civil military cooperation activities, basically to help the locals, mostly the host communities, by providing things like medical support, carry out tests, eye problem, high blood pressure, call it. Then we also provide malaria treatment, we also provide drugs, glasses, even mosquito nets. We do that just to help our host community. Sometimes we even go as far as even building boreholes, modern boreholes, powered by solar energy, so solar system of this thing. And it helps a lot. It keeps the community happy with us. It made the army more of the people's army.
We have conducted so many medical outreaches to communities that don't have medical facilities. We have supplied and provided books to many schools within our area of responsibility. We have distributed palliatives also to so many communities. Looking at the economy, so many people are in their need. So we have stretched our hands and provided palliatives to many communities. We have also undertaken a renovation of some selected schools and some selected medical facilities within the division. So far, the communities are very, very happy with our gesture. They appreciate our goodwill. And that is why you see we have a very good working relationship with the communities and their traditional rulers.
In terms of medical outreaches, in terms of empowerment, distribution of palliatives, education materials to secondary schools, in some of the critical areas, we distributed over 2,000 educational material in another school in Ihiala local government of Anambra State. I was in Ike-Tutu markets in Otu local government. We also distributed some palliatives to the vulnerable people because we had to close down the market in order to conduct our operation to Mother Valley. And in that, we know some of the traders are actually, they will not be able to do their business. So in order to give them that understanding that our army, Nigerian army, is the army of the people, we also made some distribution. So there are so many things we are doing, and it's just to make sure that the people have the good understanding that we really appreciate what they are doing, and we continue to work for them to make sure the criminal elements are run out of town.
It is obvious that the successes being recorded by the various divisions can be attributed to the implementation of General Lagbajo's directives to his officers. Shirley Daniels, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Yeah, welcome back. We'll quickly just bring another report from the Defense Headquarters this time around. Elizabeth Tanko was at the Defense Headquarters where she brought us the report on the achievements of the troops of the armed forces. Sit back.
This Thursday in Abuja, the Defense Headquarters disclosed the names and identity of terrorist commanders killed through significant firepower of the troops of the armed forces of Nigeria. This disclosure was made by the Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba.
Troops have killed several of their leaders, their commanders, and their foot soldiers within the period. Significant commanders killed include, but is not limited to, the following names mentioned. Famously known as Abubakar Minor. He was the head of ISWAP. We took him out. We also took out another Haruna Isaiah Beden. Others that were taken out include that Basari was a notorious terrorist who operated along Bindingwari Forest in Kaduna State, as well as along the Abuja-Kaduna Highway. Others that were taken out within the first quarter of this year include Kachala Damina, who was neutralized in March by troops. He was neutralized alongside other 50 combatants. Then there is Kachala Aji Dai, another Kachala Idi, another Kachala Kabiru alias Doka, another Kachala Azarialu alias Ferin Rua, another Kachala Balijo. All these commanders were taken out, including the following: Ubangida, Alaji Baldu, among several others that were taken out in the first quarter of 2024.
Speaking further on the successes recorded by the troops, the director added that through ambushes, raids, fighting patrols and offensive fights against the terrorists, the following was achieved.
And offensive actions in this first quarter of 2024 has resulted in 2,351 terrorists neutralized, 2,308 persons arrested, and 1,241 kidnapped hostages rescued in the first quarter. Furthermore, troops recovered in this first quarter 2,847 weapons and over 58,000 assorted ammunition. And we denied the oil theft of over 20 billion.
Major General Buba added that, following the successes recorded so far in 2024, citizens will continue to witness incremental effectiveness and efficiency in the fight against criminals in Nigeria.
Citizens will continue to witness an incremental effectiveness as well as efficiency of our armed forces.
Elizabeth Thanko, reporting for Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Yeah, welcome back. Yes, in fact, sincerely speaking, I feel that this discussion time now is most awaited time because there's need to celebrate in spite of the situation around the country, the economic situation and the security situation. I believe that one agency in the security sector has been doing well. 60 years, talking about the Nigerian Air Force. And here with me in the studio is the Director of Public Relations and Information of the Nigeria Air Force. My brother, my friend. If I do sincerely speaking, congratulations first for your promotion.
Thank you so much, Patrick.
Air Vice Marshal Edward Gamkwet. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, because of time, we'll just quickly go straight. The last time you were here, you were a Commodore. Now you are an Air Vice Marshal, a two-star general. Congratulations. Anyway, I will have asked you how does it feel wearing this, but let's go straight. Yes, let's look at what has been the impact of the Nigerian Air Force in the fight against terrorism and insurgency in Nigeria in the last 1 year?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me once again. I think the impact of air power itself, which the Nigerian Air Force projects, is obvious. We have seen how air power has continued to be key in the current counterinsurgency efforts, and of course, in working with the other services, particularly the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Army, in ensuring that the capabilities of terrorists, capabilities of kidnappers, and other criminal elements in our society is being checkmated. So I think air power remains a critical factor, a key enabler in the current counterinsurgency efforts, the current counter-terrorism efforts, and of course, the anti-kidnapping efforts of the armed forces and other security agencies. So we continue to work with all the other agencies, the police, the military, the immigration, civil defense, and everybody that has a role to play in ensuring that our people remain safe, our people thrive in ensuring that they live a very peaceful life. So we remain a key factor in the fight against all forms of criminality in this country. And it's something that we do with a lot of pride. And of course, we're all aware of the efforts that the federal government continues to bring to the table. In the last 7-8 months, we're all aware that the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has provided 5 platforms for the Nigerian Air Force. 2 of the attack helicopters were launched in Makurdi about 2 months ago. And going forward, between now and next year, we should be receiving about 40 to 45 other platforms that will be coming into our inventory. So a lot has been done, and the onus is on us to make sure that we utilize these platforms effectively, to make sure we give our people the enabling environment to continue to thrive economically and to ensure that they live in peace.
Yeah. Let me come to this point. I know that the Nigerian Air Force is the pride of the armed forces of Nigeria and has done so well. Though it's the youngest, but has done so well since 1963. Now it's 60 years. Are you proud? Is the Air Force, both the airmen and the officers in the Air Force, are they proud of the story of the Nigerian Air Force so far?
Yes. 6 years in the life of an individual or an organization is something to be proud of. It's not been an easy ride, but we in the Air Force, and I believe all Nigerians, have every reason to celebrate, because when you look at how the Air Force started, 1964 actually, 18th April 1964.
Yeah, we have some of the pictures there.
Yeah. You can see that
quite historic.
Honestly, it's been a very, very proud moment for the Nigerian Air Force right from that period till now. It started as a very small unit. Indeed, to even kickstart the Air Force, the Nigerian government had to go into an agreement with the German Air Force Assistant Group, who came down to Nigeria to start the Air Force. Initially, they sent about 50 technicians from Germany to come and assist in establishing the Nigerian Air Force. Thereafter, we had some aircrafts that came in. But immediately after that period, Nigeria found itself in the civil war that ensued. So you imagine, barely 3 years after its formation, he had no choice than to prove its worth in that particular situation. And by the grace of God, it did very well. So clearly, the founding fathers that suggested the need for an Air Force were not mistaken. So the Air Force since then has continued to prove its worth. And of course, within that period to the 80s, there were some periods that we found ourselves in a very difficult situation. But we came out of that even much more stronger. And of course, you can see that the return of the civilian rule has even enabled the Air Force. We've taken up new challenges. We've taken up new platforms, which has continued to enable us to give credit to the founding fathers that ensured that the Nigerian Air Force became a reality. So it's a period of joy. It's a period of celebration, and that is why the current Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has ensured that these 60 years, the Nigerian Air Force is going to roll out the drums and celebrate its existence and celebrate the need why Nigerians should rally around and continue to support the Nigerian Air Force and indeed the armed forces until we make our environment safe for all our citizens to thrive.
Yeah. Because it's good you mentioned the current Chief of the Air Staff, because since he came on board with his plans and well articulated, he's been able to try to re-engineer the activities. So far, how has it been with him?
I think we couldn't have had it so good. We have a Chief of Air Staff who is extremely focused. He's a man of few words, but extremely focused, a man of action, and somebody that knows what he wants. Under him, we have seen a lot of developments. They are barely a year in office, but we have seen that the synergy between the Air Force, the Nigerian Army, and other services have tremendously improved, and that is why we have seen the successes that we've been recording. Of course, sometimes when you are in this kind of situation, there are setbacks.
Yeah.
These are normal things.
I was going to talk about the challenges and setbacks.
Yes, and you can see that setbacks that have happened even before he came into office, he's trying to make sure that he rectifies them. Of course, you're aware that we were in Nasarawa State about 2 months ago, where we had some accidental strikes. He went there, met the victims, and is trying to make amends. That's the way to go. Where mistakes are being made, correct them, and we move forward. We have we've received new platforms which have also aided in our operations. So the entire country today, I can tell you, is covered by air power as projected by the Nigerian Air Force. And I think to a large extent, we have been able to put that enabling environment for people to thrive. Yes, the terrorists have continued to pick on soft targets, and that's what they will continue to do. And what are they trying to send? They're trying to send fear into the minds of Nigerians. But we're happy that Nigerians have shown resilience. They have not allowed any form of terrorism to discourage them. And with that kind of support that we're getting from them, I think everything is just going to be a matter of time before we get over the situation that we find ourselves. Nigerians must continue to support the armed forces. And we must not give up hope, because it is just, like I said, a matter of time before all of these criminals are arrested or they're driven out of our environment.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I know that for me, I may have some information about the Nigerian Air Force, but for the public and the viewers who want to know, some people may be worried that once in a while they hear about some mishaps of the Air Force personnel with the aircraft crashing and air accident and all that. Some are saying, why is it so? Is it not being frequent? Is that not being frequent? Why? What is happening and what is the Air Force doing to that?
Look, once you have an active Air Force, you cannot detach yourself from accidents. It happens all over in the world. Last week in the US, 2 Apache helicopters crashed within a week. So what are we saying? If we have 2-3 accidents in a year, it's because we're an active Air Force. Our neighboring countries are not having aircraft accidents because the aircrafts are not even there to fly. So that's how it goes. The more you fly, the proportion is that the accidents are going to increase. If you fly less, few accidents. If you fly more accidents. It's just a natural thing.
Is it because of the aircraft being old or not being well serviced?
It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just because the number of flights are more. Why? Because we have more aircrafts to fly, and of course, because we have a situation at hand. That's just how it works. There's a war between Russia and Ukraine. I can tell you that they are having more accidents today because of what is happening in that environment. The Americans are flying all over the world, so you should expect accidents, you should expect mishap. So these things are going to happen every time.
Do you have able personnel in Nigeria Force that can handle this?
Absolutely, no doubt about that. And of course, if you saw the release we made last week, the Nigerian Air Force is transiting from a different type of maintenance culture right now. We are going into a predictive maintenance culture where way ahead of the scheduled maintenance, we are already planning towards it. Based on the records we have, we'll be able to know when are these aircrafts and these machines ready for inspection and maintenance. So that is the way to go, and that is what the Chief of Air Staff is encouraging all of us to do right now. And of course, let's give it to him. He has been here for almost 9 months. How many crashes have you had? So the safety measures put in place, the maintenance culture that the Air Force is imbibing now is working. But I also want to talk more about this 60th anniversary. But I can see
I was going to come to that. Anyway, what programs do you have? What is it all about?
A lot. Like I said, we are rolling out the drums for this event. You know, we're expecting over 300 participants from in and out of the country. We're expecting a lot of companies to partner with us, and we are in partnership with a private organization in Dubai who is helping us to source for participants. Of course, these participants, some of them are also paying to be part of this anniversary. These payments are also going to augment how much the Nigerian Air Force is going to spend, of course, help us save money and all of that. At the moment, we have commitment of some local companies in Nigeria. Innoson has declared that it's going to be part of this celebration. Donia Aviation in Kaduna are going to be part of this celebration. Enugu State, Taraba State have all indicated interest. These are states that have interest in aviation. They are all promised that they are going to be part of this event. And so it's a celebration for the country. It goes beyond the Air Force. And I want to enjoin all Nigerians to come out en masse to be part of this celebration. It's going to be holding from 14th to 25th of next month. But of course, the key events are between 23rd to 25th of next month.
I know there will be an air show.
Yes, there will be an air show in Kaduna. Of course, that will come after the African Air Force Conference here in Abuja on the 23rd. After 23rd, we'll move to Kaduna. Of course, between 24th and 25th of May, conclude the event with an air show and exhibition in Kaduna, and then, of course, we'll come back.
So what would Nigerians be seeing in the air show?
They will see their Air Force. We have continued to say this is the People's Air Force. Nigerians must come out to own their Air Force. The Air Force belongs to Nigerians. They should come and support the Air Force.
Do you have good aircraft? Do you have aircraft that can be proud of?
We are in the best of times, Patrick. This is the best of times for the Nigerian Air Force. Best of times for the Nigerian Air Force. We have 30 different aircraft types. We're expecting more aircraft from the US, from Italy, from all over the world. And that is why it is being said, go and Google it. The Nigerian Air Force is among the 4 strongest air forces in Africa today.
I know that.
It's not a fluke. So, I mean, these are, like I said, these are good times for the service, and Nigerians must come out and take ownership of the Nigerian Air Force.
Yeah, I also know that the
particular exhibition. Of course, you are aware of the Gulma project, which has been ongoing. Yeah. We have gone into partnership with a foreign organization to see how we can take, build on what we have done. And of course, the Chief of Air Staff is fully interested in this. And I think that's the way to go. And I think we'll begin to see results very, very soon.
Yeah, I'm getting a signal that we must leave, but we'll continue with this discussion before the proper 60th anniversary celebration, so we can look at issues by issue as they come. And we have a picture of the current Chief of Air Staff flying as a group captain, flying one of the helicopters. Exactly. That was quite good.
C-130 actually.
So it has a very good experience.
Sure.
Yeah, good. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Because for time, we'll have to allow you to go to the next episode of Frequent Home, bring you to look at more about it.
Thank you so much
having you. Vice Marshal Gamkwet. Yes, if you have enjoyed watching us, join us again next week when we'll bring you another exciting edition. But meanwhile, you can follow us on all our social media platforms. YouTube, you can watch the previous edition. Go to Twitter where we'll interact with you. Tell us what you have, what you think. So maybe we can discuss with the Air Force how to improve on their performance. Facebook, we are there streaming live. So many ways for you to reach us. Or send us email. Everything is there on the screen. Until we come your way again next week, my name still remains Patrick Abambo. Bye for now.